I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it takes work, it takes consistency, it takes dedication. It doesn't necessarily need to be hard per se, but it does take consistency, and that's gonna be the biggest challenge you guys will have. Let's dive into it. You're looking to accomplish one thing, and that is to have your first 100 grand month, right? That first 100K month, it's really a magical moment. I remember when it happened for me, it was completely surreal because it was one of those things like I had envisioned for so long, and then it finally became my reality. There's just no better feeling than having a vision and then turning that vision into reality. One of the things that I generally do is, anytime I'm going into a big meeting, anytime we are having our company planning events, anytime we're going into any sort of big event, it's really important for me to set the intention, right? Because when you set the intention and you really consider what's the outcome I want to create today, let us all know what your focus is, what you want to get out of today. You may inspire someone, you may motivate someone, you may help someone realize something that they didn't remember or that they might have forgotten. So go ahead and take a few minutes and just write down what are the 3 things that you want to walk away from today with. It's been insane. There's over 140 businesses that have scaled to 7 figures with our help. We've got over 15 that are 8-figure businesses. Sometimes I'll get clients that pop up and we don't even know that they got to 8 figures and they just don't tell us. We had these clients, e-com babes, and we placed a sales reps, the director of sales, they did 8 figures and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we hit $1 million a month. We're like, what the fuck? But it's hilarious, right? And it's incredible though at the same time. The transformations, they mean so much to me. 2 weeks ago, Tyler Narducci and we did a VIP day. So we did 20 grand, 4 hours, one-on-one, me and Tyler, and we were breaking down their game plan for this year. And afterwards we went out, we had, appetizers and a couple drinks at happy hour, and he was telling me the story, and it was pretty wild actually. I didn't know all this. It's crazy you can work with someone for 3 years and not even know this, but so, Tyler's story, a lot of you guys might already know, probably a lot of you guys have already seen him, but he went from nothing to 70 grand a month in 2 months. And I remember he texted me one day, he's like, is this what your normal clients feel like? This is like I'm on a rocket ship. But he told me just 2 weeks ago when we were at dinner, he goes, I got off that call and I fucking hated you. He said, I don't know why, but I thought you were such a douche. He's like, I really didn't like you at all, but I knew you could do what you said you were gonna do. He's like, I knew you weren't lying. And so I got off that call and I was like, oh, this fucking guy. And he's like, but I could tell you were so serious and you didn't even give a fuck about me. That's the funny part. He's like, to me, I was just another person you were talking to. You literally didn't care about me. But you were so certain in what you were saying, and I just knew you knew what you were doing. And he's like, I felt like I was led to this place at this time, and I just had to trust that feeling. And he's like, you don't know this, but at that time, he's like, I couldn't afford for it to not work out. He's like, I would have been ruined actually if it didn't work out. Like financially, I would have been ruined. Unless you're a funded startup and you have the Rolodex or you come from the industry, I don't go after education. I don't go after government contracts, and I don't go after enterprise clients, and I don't go after healthcare. right? Because all of those are extremely risk averse. All of those are very difficult to penetrate. The deal velocity is slow as shit, and you guys will go broke trying to serve them.
Sweetmark, digital marketing agency based in Boulder. They help tour operators and travel companies grow their business. Matt Aiken from Seattle and business partner Mike Kundalini are coaching men on dating and having relationships with high quality women. Love it. Left a full-time job at Facebook to do it, was super successful, got a call to come back to Facebook in June 2021, took the bait, but also kept running my biz. Love that. That's, and I'm sure you're itching to get out if you got the entrepreneur thing. Now you want to go back full-time. Yep, figured that. Eddie, live in Raleigh, currently help attorneys double their law firms. Love it.
Once you get the right offer, it just takes the right offer to be able to build an entire business. Like when we had that offer shift, that's what opened it up. And that's when everything started coming. It was almost like there was this gravitational pull that started pulling everything I needed into our orbit. It started pulling these amazing team members. It started pulling customers like crazy. It started pulling referral partners. It started pulling everybody into our orbit. And we just had this like critical mass and this constant momentum that came from this.